4K drones are getting cheaper and cheaper every year, all the way down to $100. But are they worth it? Can these drones really compete with higher-end 4K drones? Well, you're gonna have to be careful. First thing to pay attention to is most lower-end drones that are 4K actually provide you with 4K pictures, but 1080p videos. And even if a drone says that it provides 4K quality, it's not going to be the same as a 4K professional camera, but still it will be better than a 1080p drone. Here's what 4K shots you're going to be expecting at this price range. Look, if you've never touched a drone before, then you should definitely go for a budget 4K option. As a beginner, you are definitely going to crash your drone quite a few times before you get the hang of it. These cheap 4K drones provide nice practice and have good durability and safety features. So this way, you won't have to write your drone up from a little crash. Well, unless it crashed with Dwayne Johnson, then that's a different story. So today we have 5 4K budget drones, perfect for newcomers who still like their wallets and don't want to make them sad. If you decide to go for one of the options, links can be found in the description below. And make sure to stay around until the end, because I have an amazing comparison chart showing you exactly which drone to go for. Now let's start with number 5, the strongest, most sturdy drone in the list, which is also the cheapest at around only $100, the TizzyToy drone, which has extra protective covers, which prevent the propeller blades from breaking on impact, and is unbelievable that it has 6K photos but 1080p video quality. This drone is just so amazing for beginners. Even though this drone doesn't have a GPS system, it uses optical flow to recognize height and elevation. You just need some batteries. Then it's easy to set up and good to go with the following features. The TizzyToy has a takeoff and landing button, making half of your job easier, and also a return home key. It has a cool visual obstacle avoiding setting, which stops it from hitting into trees and walls. Very friendly drone there. With headless mode, you will not get so confused about which direction you are flying in, because headless mode makes it always move from your perspective, not the drone's perspective. Sadly, this drone's handicap is that it only handles winds of about 20 miles per hour. More than that, and you will risk losing control of the drone. The second handicap is battery life. It has 2 batteries, each one surviving 10 minutes, so I suggest that you don't fly your drone in high wind speeds at the beginning. The less, the better. And don't get too high with the drone either. Keep your drone happy until you get more experience. A healthy drone, not fully utilized for 3 months, is always better than a last one fully utilized for 1 day. Okay. So apart from safety features, what else does this drone have? Well, it has nice LED lights making it easier to see, has some acrobatic skills built into it for extra fun, and 3 speed settings to get the perfect shot. Speaking about the perfect shot, how good is the camera on this drone? The quality of this camera is a little less than the other options, but it's still reasonable at this price range. It has motion stabilizers to help provide better shots, and has a follow mode, which sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. With gesture control, you can take pictures and videos without having to press any buttons, and has a 50x zoom. That's good, but provides lower visual quality. What's cool about the camera is that it can rotate around 90 degrees up and down to get the perfect angle for your shot. And finally, for $100, the TizzyToy is well worth its price and perfect for beginners. And many users have had very pleasant experiences with this drone and company. Next up is number 4. The second cheapest drone at around $140, the FourDRC drone. What's cool about this drone is that it has both 4K video and photos as long as it's compatible with your phone. It also has good GPS positioning, which is one of the most important features in a drone. Using optical flow and GPS positioning, drones are capable of stabilizing much better than without, especially against the wind, providing you with higher quality shots and footage. Now, although battery life is stated to last 30 minutes per battery, in reality, drones expend a lot of energy trying to stabilize against the wind. So this drone will realistically survive closer to 15 minutes per battery. But what's cool about this option is that it comes with 2 batteries, and if you register the drone with the company, you'll get a 3rd battery. The FourDRC has 2 cameras, one for the optical flow to provide the correct control and stability, and one to take footage. But you can still take footage from the second camera as well. Using GPS, this option has smart following and cool orbit effects. It can take pictures using smart gestures and videos as well. Thanks to the optical flow, it can hold its altitude, making you have to worry about less axes as a beginner. The drone is quite light, which is good, but also makes it harder to control in stronger winds. It handles up to 20 miles per hour, but will get more and more choppy footage. With headless mode, you will also have a lot more control and will feel less pressure of hitting random objects. Oh, by the way, the max distance is 1,200 meters, and the maximum relative height is around 120 meters. However, play it safe and don't try to get such distances at the beginning. If the battery dies when your drone is 1 kilometer away, who knows what could happen. Thanks to the auto return button, the drone will try find its way back to the starting point, but don't bank on that feature at such distances. The last feature about the FourDRC, which most drones have, is the custom flight path option, which makes you select on the map where you want your drone to move. Then comes number 3, the WPro drone from Aovo, a little above $200, but well worth the increase. This drone has the best battery in the list, surviving up to 60 minutes of flight time thanks to two 30-minute batteries. But if you subscribe, the battery life quadruples. The drone turns red and learns how to mine Bitcoin. But jokes aside, this drone is capable of wonders. The only downfall of this option is that although the camera provides 4K pictures, it only provides 2.7K videos, which is still good. And because of the extra stability on this drone, a 2.7K stable drone might provide even better footage than a 4K unstable drone. First of all, the Iova has great customer service and a whole dedicated video to common problems you might face. One thing to keep in mind with drones is that the more obstacles around you, the more interference there is, making the drone harder to connect and stay connected. So ideally, you want to be in more open areas, especially on your first few attempts. The drone comes in a very portable box, making it easy to carry around with you and take it out whenever you want to get a super cool drone video. The GPS positioning system can provide you with real-time location information so that it follows you easily. You will be able to capture wonderful views. Thanks to the GPS, you can also get more reliable return home options, as well as waypoint flights and point of interest maneuvers. Transmission range is very far, up to 1,000 meters, and max first-person view is at 800 meters, with 120-degree field of view for the bottom lens and 90-degree adjustability for the main lens. You will capture views up high and down low. You also get 4 extra propeller blades. A key feature in this drone is that they promise you a 30-day return and a 90-day free warranty if you don't like the drone or face issues that cannot be fixed. The downfalls of this option are: 1. The drone can be a little bit too noisy. 2. It takes around 4 to 6 hours to charge a battery. And 3. Wind resistance is at level 5, which is lower than average for a drone. Now, number 2 is from Contixo, which is a popular drone company, the F30 drone, a little newer and cheaper than the F24 drone. This option comes at around $185 and has the benefit of being an actual fully 4K drone, 4K pictures and 4K videos. This F30 has a max range of 800 meters and is conveniently small, so small that after folding it, it will fit in your pocket, making it also very light, yet somehow reasonably wind resistant. A feature that I like about this drone is how its return home function works. The drone will fly up 15 meters, then fly towards its takeoff point and will land there. But of course, this is not always the best way to bring it back, so keep that in mind when using the return function. The F30 drone has GPS control using both GPS and GLONASS navigation systems, allowing it to follow you wherever you need. You can plan a flight path with a waypoint by drawing the route on the app, or make the drone follow you instead. And the drone even has the point of interest feature, making the drone orbit around the desired location with reasonable stability. With 2 flying speeds of fast and slow, it is compatible both with advanced and beginner drone pilots. Using altitude hold and optical flow, the drone should be able to hover in the same place without moving or changing altitude, helping you get a stable shot. It is reasonably sturdy. In fact, someone accidentally flew it into a tree and the drone recovered amazingly by doing a side flip. Just make sure to check the manual before starting, especially on your first flight. Overall, many experienced drone users agree that flying this drone gave a more pleasant and easier experience for them, and comes with 4 extra propeller blades. By the way, the view on your phone will be 720p, however no no worries, the footage on the TF card in the drone will be 4K. And finally, in number 1. The best drone, slightly above $200, the Ruko drone. The control on this drone is magnificent, with a one-click takeoff and landing, smart follow, point of interest, waypoint of flights, good auto return, all accompanied by a good GPS system. This drone is great for outdoor use, but is not limited to just that. In fact, the drone has so much control that you could even shoot indoors as well, thanks to its small compact size and optical flow. The size also provides you with the advantage of using it for trips more conveniently. Transmission is great at close ranges thanks to the 5G, but also good at far range. Max control range is around 500 meters, and max first-person point view is around 300 meters. You get 4 extra propeller blades and have to register this drone with the Federal Aviation Administration before flying in the USA. This drone camera quality, like many other drones, is affected by the brightness of the area. You don't want too much sun or brightness when trying to record. Of course, you can still use the drone anyways, but don't expect the quality to be great at peak sun times. The highlight of this drone is that even if for some reason your return home function doesn't operate properly and you end up losing your drone, this drone has its last position saved with the GPS positioning function, making it much easier to retrieve afterwards. But the only negative of this drone is that its camera is 2K, which is still reasonable for a beginner drone. Here is the final comparison chart to help you in choosing which drone is best for you. My final tips are: 1. Read the manual and configure the drone properly. 2. Don't fly the drone in strong winds. 3. Charge the drone to full before use. 4. For the best footage, focus on the time you are taking the footage. And 5. Check flight zone regulations and check if you have to register the drone in your country or state. I hope this video was helpful. Make sure to subscribe if it was for more useful content, and make sure to check these videos out here. I wish you a nice day and see you later.